Here we go. And boop. Ooh, we have some things. So to start off with, begin your investigation here. I will do that in a second. There are 2 pins. There is Season 2, Episode 1 pin, if it will focus on that, will you please? Will you please? No, you won't. But anyway, it's sort of got a heart. It's got a heart symbol with a cardiogram in the middle of it, and Season 2 Kickstarter batter. It's Kickstarter backer because I kickstarted this thing. We got an envelope. The rules are there. We've got what looks like a medical chart and something from. Here we go. Let me just remove this. Something from St Bede's Edinburgh Hospital. And something which will be where we start. There may be a medical connection indeed, Caroline, that's looking this way. So here we go. Here is the introduction to Season 2. Good luck, everyone. Dear Detective, thank you very much for taking on this case. It seems to be quite unusual. We have been contacted by a Dr. Fishman, a senior registrar in the neurology department at St Bede's Hospital in Edinburgh. For the past week, he has been caring for a patient in a very peculiar condition. Dr. Fishman suspects foul play, but neither the patient's parents nor the police are taking his concerns seriously. Therefore, Dr. Fishman has turned to us. Everything else in this package is from Dr. Fishman. We hope you can help him. Kind regards, the Detective Society. Okay. So yes, half fish, half man, third of a doctor, something like that. So let's start with Detective. Seems like a good place as any to start. Okay, nothing else in here. Okay. So one A5 note and something bigger, but I'll come on to that. Oh, okay, in a second. Dear Detective, thank you very much for taking on this strange case. I didn't know who else to turn to. Let me explain the situation. 6 days ago, we admitted a patient by the name of Timothy Lee. He was in a coma, completely unresponsive. But here's the odd thing. We ran every conceivable test and could find no medical reason why he's in this condition. I need more information about him, but no one is helping. His parents are refusing to tell me anything about him. I've tried contacting the police, but they aren't able to assist me either, as there's currently no evidence of a crime being committed. I've included what little I've been able to find, his medical records, the letter I received from his parents, and the belongings he had on his persons when he was brought in. It'd be really useful if you can find another family member who might actually be willing to help me. I've looked on our system, but I can't find anyone listed. You're a detective, though. So you'll probably have more luck. If you can find their name, I'll be able to track down their contact details. Send their name to my email address, which is there. Thank you in advance for your help. Kind regards, Dr. Fishman. So given the nature of it's sort of like an ARG. There's probably a St Bede's Hospital website that we'll be able to go to. St Bede's Hospital.co.uk. I might be making this up. No, if you go to stbedeshospital.co.uk, there is a website there, which I'm sure will have all sorts of goodies. I'm going to bring it up on screen anyway. Under the weather, we will look after you at St Bede's. Do you know St Bede's new visiting times? Each department has their own visiting times. Oh, that's going to come into play into something. That is, you can send a message to that GM. You will get some form of automated response, I bet. Accident and emergency. Let's have a look at the accident and emergency page. Accident and emergencies have parents in critical or life-threatening situations. It is not the place to come with a twisted ankle or because you don't trust your GP's assessment of your athlete's foot. People who use emergency services for minor problems may prevent others with emergencies from getting immediate care. Yep. Maternity. It's The maternity department cares for people who are pregnant before, during and after the birth of their babies. Nearly 5,000 babies are delivered with us every year. We're incredibly proud of the service of our service and the midwives, consultants, nurses and health workers who make up our team. It's our belief that there's no such thing as an ugly baby, despite evidence to the contrary. And then it says something about visiting patients. Oh, goodness. 2:30 to 4, 6:30 to 8. Children of inpatients are welcome between 2:30 and 8, although this should not be treated as childcare by husbands or partners who wish to go off and do other things. Public announcements at St. Bede's. We take the hygiene of hands incredibly seriously. You will be greeted by a hand cleaner Paul at reception, and you will not be allowed to enter or exit the hospital until he has scrubbed your hands 17 times. Don't worry, he's very gentle. We know you've been looking up your symptoms on the internet, but that does not make you a doctor. Please respect our staff, their medical diagnosis, and their treatment plans. Visitors are not permitted to walk around the wards barefoot. These are all good things. So, St. Bede's Hospital.co.uk. I'm sure that will come up sort of properly in the grand scheme of things. Well, they actually will have written this in the past 6 months. So this will be during COVID. So, I mean, the fact that this is a hospital is sort of neither here nor there. Okay, so that is the letter from Dr. Fishman asking for help. So we need to find one of his relatives. We need to find one of his next of kin. Here is the letter from the next of kin, the parents, I think. Dr. Fishman, this is from the Lee family, Honeysuckle Cottage. I'm afraid we will not be able to provide you with any information about our son to aid you in the treatment of his condition. We have not spoken to him or his brother, so he's got a brother, since they both left school and started working at a greengrocer's together. Please do not contact us again. Sincerely, Marcus Lee and Angelique Dunbar Lee. Well, lovely. They're a load of help, aren't they? So this is the chart that we were given from Dr. Fishman. It says next of kin Marcus Lee. So do we need to find Marcus Lee? I thought, so employment, middletoncarruthers.co.uk. I'll go on to there later. Patient's address, 59 Mornington Terrace. Very close to Mornington Crescent there. This chart is to be used for the recording and acting upon physiological observations in adult inpatients. Core observations must be recorded at least every 24 hours unless otherwise stipulated. Observations upon admittance. Mr. Lee collapsed at Waverley Station, that's in Edinburgh, at 10 a.m. on Friday the 11th. He was admitted to A&E by ambulance. Observations found no response to stimuli. Initial diagnosis, coma. Ran multiple blood tests. Multiple tests. Bloods, MRI, CT. No reason for coma discovered. Ran further tests. EEG and lumbar puncture. Still no reason ascertained. All tests show that he's in perfect health. Odd. Also, a note that the patient has very white teeth. Not sure if this is related. Okay. He is allergic to penicillin. He has been reviewed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at various times by various people. TR and GR have done it twice. And we've got AF is Andrew Fishman, band 3. TR is Tanya Rogers, band 3. JP Jane Page, band 2. GR Grant Russell, band 1. Okay. And then, okay, so we've got his oxygen saturation level, his resting heart rate, his pain level, and any other observations, which seem fairly meaningless at this point in time. The last thing I've got is this envelope. So let's open it. There does feel like there's smaller pieces in this one. It feels like there's something in here that's unusual. Oh yes, so we'll need to go to Middleton. Oh my goodness, what is that? That was not what I was expected to feel when I put my hand in there. It's a balloon. It's a balloon. So we have here a balloon. Pink. I felt very squidgy. And is that everything? That's everything. We have here what looks like a business card, M with a circle. Oh! And some very interesting shapes on it. I didn't know what to think, Meredith. I did not know. We have... we have... Cowdenbeath Castle, thank you for attending our cannon display. An unforgettable day out. www.cowdenbeathcastle.co.uk. So, we cannot wait to see you again. A big Cowdenbeath thank you for visiting our cannon display. We would like to treat you. Get 50% off your next visit when you present this card at our ticket booth. To find out more information, go to the website cowdenbeathcastle.co.uk. So we will go to that. I think this is meant to be a Polaroid because it's got this on the other side. So it looks like there's a glass of wine. Crackers have been eaten up or something like that. And then, what does that say? Brofankel, finest Scottish fusion. So it's going to be brofankel.co.uk. Okay. Balloon. Oh, hang on. The balloon says something on it. The balloon does say something on it. It says, I could blow it up, couldn't I? And it would be a lot easier. But Middleton Carruthers, which is where he was employed. Happy retirement. Cartwheeling Cartwright. Okay. His date of birth, by the way, was 15th of 12th, 1985. So he'll be about 35. So he's not old. So why is he retiring? Leith Teeth Dental Receipt. I wanted to say
35 is totally old.
We got a bill from Leith Teeth, who had an emergency teeth whitening procedure. He had very white teeth, so that's interesting. A 2-hour intensive teeth whitening procedure for 380 quid. That's going to be a private dental then. That'll be private. Thank you for your business. Okay, and the last thing. We've got a ticket stub here. The last thing is a ticket stub. Smasher and the Busters Theatre Company presents The Wealth of Nations, the musical, based on a book by Adam Smith. He was a Scottish economist, I believe. At the Edinburgh Grand, no refunds or exchanges. He was in seat D104. 25 quid. Okay. So there's a lot of information there. A lot of information. So, emergency teeth whitening. It's a very good point. If there's emergency teeth whitening, not your standard teeth whitening. Let's take a look at where he worked. MiddletonCarruthers.co.uk. MiddletonCarruthers.co.uk. Carruthers. I will put a link in the chat in a second. So I'm fully expecting that when we email with a next of kin or someone who can help, that won't be the end of today's thing. There'll be lots more things to do. Welcome to Middleton Carruthers for Solicitors for when you need a really great solicitor in Harrogate. How can we help you? We could deal with all forms of business crime. Okay, so it's lots of crime there. Employment law, business integration. Need help with a merger acquisition? We're here to sort it out for you. Let's shake hands together. Have you got your eye on the perfect commercial property, but you think the landlord's a meanie? We can help. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look at the team. We've got Angela Middleton, partner. Mark Carruthers, partner. Rick Batt, partner. Okay. Rick Batt is named after Rick Astley and is consequently a big fan of him. Okay, poor Rick. Meet the rest of the team. Yes, is that the rest of the... What our clients say. Professional firm, wonderful lawyers. Yeah. Angela is a great probate lawyer. She made the death of my aunt a breeze. Mark is a wonderful solicitor, very thorough, impeccably dressed by Bark Brothers. Not a solicitor. There's a familiar face. Okay, so there's lots of people here. Morgan Elba, Jennifer Cartwright, Joey Dyer, Timothy Lee. Here we go. He loves history and recently treated himself to a National Trust membership. Good on him. He is well liked by everyone and is still good friends with his first boss. Timothy says if you need good vegetables in South Wales, WhatsApp or SMS Mr. R. Jones on that number. I'm gonna ask me for some good vegetables. That is what I'm gonna do. So allow me a few seconds. It takes me 10 months each time to work out how to add a new person to my contacts. 0754 5627 1406. Add contacts. Create new contact. I'm going to have so many contacts. When I move contract provider, it's going to be so confusing as to what all these things are. Phone. What's the name? Greengrocer. I am going to regret that. I've even spelt greengrocer wrong, so that's fine. Okay. So I'm going to WhatsApp him. Sorry, just taking it off screen so that you don't see a few private things until I get, you don't want to see the rest of my WhatsApp, my boring WhatsApp things. Because I'm not sure I added him in properly, you see, greengrocer. I didn't. That's why. Damn it. Please excuse me.
The chat. Yeah, that's okay. The chat's enjoying all these bios. These are great. Every one of them is wonderful. But you have to get the WhatsApp going.
Yeah. 07456 271. I mean, everyone is more than welcome to say, I want me some good vegetables. Create new contact. Greengrocer, which I can spell correctly this time. Greengrocer. Save. There we go. You're saved. Good. WhatsApp. New chat with Greengrocer. Greengrocer. Here we go. So I'm just going to type in here, I want me some good vegetables. I'm sorry, you're going to have to be clear about what you want. Our customers are big fans of the cauliflowers. I want cauliflowers.
What is your actual task?
I need to find... it just says that again. I'm sorry, you're going to have to want to be clearer. So my task at the moment is to find for the doctor one of his next of kin and email him with the next of kin. It does say on this patient form, though, it does say next of kin Marcus Lee. So do I just say Marcus Lee and send that as an email? Do I do that?
What do you have a letter from his parents, right?
Yes. I have a letter from the parents. Just going to move that to one side. No, that's the dental receipt. I have here Honeysuckle Cottage, St Hilary, near Cowbridge, Vale of Glamorgan. And it's the Lee family, Marcus Lee and Angelique Dunbar Lee.
So I presume that Marcus is a parent, which is not which is important, next of kin, but not relevant to the question.
It's not the name of the brother. We want the name of the brother.
So how would you get that?
Track him down. Ask everyone in the country if they're the brother, and then eventually you will find the right person. Could I... now, given that both he and the brother worked at the greengrocers, which is exactly what Caroline is saying, could I text him? I'm going to text him. So, are you still in touch with Timothy Lee's brother? I think this is a good shout. I don't really remember much about Timothy, but I found a list of everyone who has worked for me at the same time as him, in case that's helpful. Julia Becker, Andrea Bruce, David Cahill, Arthur Dunbar, Lin Jiang, Clara Sprecher, Ty Tom. I hope that helps you. Sincerely, R. Jones. Well, that's interesting. No one's got a Lee as a name. But. We have here Angelique Dunbar Lee. So and that's hyphenated. So we have a Dunbar here, Arthur Dunbar. So I assume Arthur Dunbar must be a stepbrother rather than an actual brother. So I think we have Arthur Dunbar as the name of the next of kin. So I'm going to email that to the doctor. I think that's a good first step. What do you think, Scottaroo?
I think that's a good idea.
That's good. So Fishman at St. Bede's Hospital.co.uk. Timothy Lee, brother, and who was it? It was Arthur. Arthur, minute. I'll get it in a second. Arthur Dunbar, brother. Okay, let's send that off and see what. Oh, Tebow, I'm sure she'll be back. I'm sure we'll get a Claire McOver crossover, Tebow.
They also ask you to spell cauliflowers correctly when you're texting, when you're asking the greengrocer something.
I want cauliflower. C-A-U-L-I-F-L-O-W. Okay, I spelled it properly that time. We'll see if anything pops up. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can think of that would be helpful. I've done my thing, haven't I, already on that? Timothy Lee, brother, excellent. I've looked through the database and I've managed to find an email address. Arthur.dunbar@mailzilla.co.uk. We need to find out more about Timothy and what happened to him so we can work out the correct way to treat him. Good plan. I reached out to Mr. Dunbar, and he seems to have some information that may be of use to us. However, I need to go and tend to my other patients. You seem to be handling this well so far. I'll leave it with you. Get in touch with him further and see what you can find out. Okay, so I'll email Arthur Dunbar. Timothy Lee. Timothy Lee, what can you tell me? Riddle.
I'm going to go on mute for a little bit, so just bear in mind that.
Yep, that's fine. Timothy Lee, what can you tell me? Riddle DD. They've bought mail. So is mailzilla.co.uk? Is that a thing? Do they have that website? Yes, but there's nothing on it. Fine, fair enough. We got an email back. They're quick at replying these. Hello, I'll do whatever I can to help Timothy. I can't believe what's happened to him. I haven't told him what's happened to him yet. Oh no, the doctor did. That's fine. That's fine. There's only one thing I could think of that might be to help you. Before he left for Edinburgh, he sent me his itinerary for his trip. The problem is there are some gaps. He said there were 6 things he was going to do that he hadn't scheduled in yet. I don't know what those things are though, sorry. Here's the screenshot he sent me. When you've completed his itinerary, email Dr. Fishman to let him know. Maybe he'll be able to make sense of it all. So here is... Oh, whoops, 1 second. And do you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm just moving where the thing is on my screen. Here we go. So there's 6 things missing, is there? So he scheduled his bedtime. He's staying at the Cowgate Hostel. He's got Kaylee dancing. He's having dinner with Chizuru Tay, Scottish National Gallery, Portobello Beach, Edinburgh Castle, daily run, so he likes his run, breakfast there. Arrive in Edinburgh, lunch, elephants and bagels. It's a big lunch, that is. National Museum, Mother India. Okay, then train home. So we're going to be putting in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items in here. Okay. Well, we know he had an emergency dental thing, don't we? Is there a date on that? Is there a date on that? Are these real places? I mean, Edinburgh Castle's certainly real. There's no date on that. But we do know that it was in Edinburgh. So at some point during his stay, he did some emergency tooth whitening. Is the Is the ticket the ticket stub, is that on the list? So the ticket stub here says Wealth of Nations, Wednesday at 1900 hours. So there we go. That fits that, doesn't it? That fills in that gap there that is hidden on the Wednesday. He went to the Wealth of Nations, the musical. So we know. So that's that filled. That's that one filled. We got that. We know that he must have eaten out because we've got this Polaroid. So we have this Polaroid here at Brawfankel. So I think brawfankel.co.uk is a website. www.brawfankel.co.uk. Is that going to be? Yes. So, Brawfankel, Edinburgh, fusing quintessential Scottish cuisine with an international palate. Okay. Nobody does beef like Brawfankel's 5-spice Highland beef. The menu, our food encapsulates traditional flavours of Scotland and fuses them with 5 global cuisines. On each day of the week, we serve a tasting menu from a different cuisine. Here we go. Here we go. Because in this picture, we can see a menu. It's there. And it says, today's tasting menu, crispy fried wonton. Crispy fried wonton. So as soon as you spot crispy fried wonton, let me know where it is. Is it there? Don't see it there. Is it there? Wonton isn't there. Okay. That is today's tasting menu. So it says crispy fried wonton has bok choy, lemon zest, puffed rice. I'm not seeing that anywhere. Wonton yes, okay, so it's different cuisines, fine. So wonton is Chinese, it's definitely not Indian, Mexican, Vietnamese or Italian. So that means he went there on the Thursday then. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Claire. I can't tell what was on his what was on that board. It looks like bits of cracker, maybe. I think that's going to be relatively unimportant. We know that he went there on the Thursday, though, so I should probably start writing some of these things down. We know he went to the cinema. No, not the cinema. He went to the theatre on the Wednesday evening. That's one of them. He went to Brawfankel on the Thursday. Now, when did he do it? If we scroll down, we get opening times. So it's 12 noon till 10, Saturday and Sunday, celebrities only. 12 till 10. Does that help us with this? So that could be any time. That could be any time. Okay. So that's 2 things. What else? What else do we have? What was this? So that is that letter, so we've used that. We have the emergency dental whitening from Leith Teeth. When did he come into the hospital? He came into the hospital. He was definitely in the hospital on the Friday by 5 o'clock because, sorry, he collapsed at Waverley Station at 10 a.m. on Friday the 11th. So he collapsed here at the top here.
What information haven't you used yet?
Probably not. Oh, hang on. This piece of card that I forgot to do. It's the Canon, the Canon display, Cowdenbeath Castle.co.uk. So he went to Cowdenbeathcastle.co.uk. He went to there, but when was the cannon display? It doesn't say on the piece of card, so check out our events. Falconry displays, cannon displays, Tuesday, Thursdays and Saturdays. Cowdenbeath Castle houses the highest number of working cannons, 26 of any castle in Scotland. See each one fired in formation at our displays for an unforgettable experience.
Do you need to switch displays?
Yeah, I do. Thank you. You don't need to worry about safety either. Since 1995, all our cannons are fired blank rounds, meaning that since 1995 there hasn't been a single fatality at any one of our displays. Oh dear. Meet our cannons. We've got Jonathan, he's a 16th century cannon who was found in a castle cellar and painstakingly restored to working order. Ben, or Big Ben as he is lovingly known, a present from Louis the 14th. And Pachelbel's cannon. He's a cannon whose bang is as repetitive as it is beautiful, purchased in 1992 from a bankrupt Bavarian cannon collector. Thought it was going to say Mulvarian there. So, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturdays, displays last 2 hours. Okay, but when? So it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it's going to be one of the here and one of these, or one of these here. But we do know that he went cannon hunting, so he went to a cannon display.
So I'm going to ask for this, just to keep the chat entertained. Can you pull up Excel and write down the 6 things that we need to do and figure out, what 6 things are and what time they are, just so that people can visually see what the 6 things we're going for?
Sure, absolutely. I'll do that. So we need to find, so Tuesday. So what 6 things did he do? So we've got Tuesday and Tuesday. I'm assuming there's going to be 2 on Tuesday. Sort of 1 till 3.
I'm just saying, get the list of 6 before you try to put in the times. Get the list of 6 things first.
Okay. He went to the theatre Wednesday, 7 p.m. He went to Brawnfankel on... typo there, I know. Brawnfankel on the Thursday, but we don't know what the time was. Cannon display. That is either Tuesday or Thursday. One of the 2. We know he got his teeth whitened, but we don't know when. So that is 4 things. That is 4 things. We need 2 more. Need 2 more. I know that I've seen lots more information. I'm just trying to remember it now. Cannon displays 2 hours. So if he did the cannon on Thursday, he wouldn't have time.
What are the other items that you have?
He would have had enough time on the Thursday because he's got 4 hours.
What are the other items that came in the box?
So we had a balloon. Middleton Carruthers, happy retirement. So something to do with maybe he went to a retirement party. Is there anything on the schedule about...
Well, you don't just get retirement balloons for fun, right?
Well, no.
Okay, so
let's take a look at the Middleton Carruthers website and see if we can email someone about when this thing was. That's probably a good thing to do. middletoncarruthers.co.uk. I'll put a link to that in the chat. So we should... so it did say on the balloon, happy retirement, cartwheeling Cartwright. So it'll be someone to do with cartwheeling Cartwright. Well, that's got to be Jennifer then, doesn't it? She studied medicine In her spare time, she goes to burlesque classes and recently was the headline of her own cabaret show. She's known on the circuit as Cartwheeling Cartwright for her impressive tassel shimmying. Let's email. Oh my lord. Let's email her and ask retirement party. When was it?
So that's 5 things. You said there were these. We said up front that there were 6 things that we need to do. So is there anything you've overlooked?
I'm going to say yes, because we're missing a piece of information. What was it? So Carruthers retirement party. That's the thing. Hopefully we will get an email back. We have already. I'm sorry I've retired, so not really meant to respond to my emails. But if you tell me exactly what you want to know, I'll see what I can do. Okay. I mean, I was really hoping. When
did you ask? Did you? Yeah.
Retirement party. Let's hope that the syntax of that will go through. I didn't put the word retirement in the body of the email, which will be all party, which will be why.
All right.
So that should hopefully pop through in a second. What have I overlooked? So there's the canon thing. So I'll just have a quick look at this. I'll be honest, I can't remember which day it was, but I had a great time. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for being so helpful.
Perfect. It was a great party. There was
that's the best kind of party, but thank you very much.
Right. Okay.
So we have. Is it going to be something in front of me? We have the musical stub. We've got the musical stub here for that. That's the Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. That's fine. I don't think there's anything more on that. We have the Leith. We do have this. We have this bizarre thing that when you turn over, has 5 symbols on it.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting probably at some point.
Yeah, I think we don't. I think it's too soon for that because I've got no idea what to do with it.
Yeah, I'll spot you on this one. What is the one thing you always forget to do in every one of these type of detective stories?
Peeps, what do I normally forget to do?
You always forget to turn over pieces of paper.
No.
So many
times. Well, I've got this. It's not this, is it?
No, but look at all the pieces of paper, and yes, QuizzyDan said is like right there. Look on the back, yeah.
So that it's not the canon one, is it?
You already looked at both sides of the canon one.
Yeah.
So keep going through all the papers.
There's nothing on the ticket stub.
I'm
going to. Oh bloody hell! On the back of, I got sucked into the Leith Teeth dental receipt. Meeting in room 208, MW Hotel.
Well, that's maybe a 6th thing that we're looking for. That's mysterious.
So we have room 208 meeting MW Hotel. All
right. Now you have the 6th thing. Can you fit fill in the itinerary now?
No. Okay, well, retirement party.
Yeah.
The retirement party. Shush, everyone. Shush. I will one day look at everything on the back, but today is not that day. So we've got those things.
So the chat's Alchemist gave a suggestion a while ago.
Yeah.
And I'm going to repeat that suggestion. What have you? The suggestion from Alchemist was, why don't you ask about Timothy? Ask Jennifer about Timothy. You know, the person you're doing this.
Okay. Do you remember Timothy Lee? See, this is the side of things that I never think about. So that sort of slightly lateral. Oh, why don't you ask for more information? I never think of that.
Well, that's my job with the chat. Is just to read all these suggestions.
It's indeed the chat's job. Yeah. And we shall wait a few seconds, and then it will pop in. Here we go. Yeah, Timothy came to my retirement party, but then left after about 3 hours to go and do some touristy stuff. Rude, if you ask me. Well, what's rude is you getting so blotto you can't tell me what day you did it on. We'd gone all the way to Edinburgh just for my party, and to make things worse, he didn't have any of the canapés because he'd come straight from lunch. Okay, so this is the same day as he went to the, he had whatever that tasting plate was.
Mm-hmm. And how long was it? How long was the retirement party?
Well, 3 hours.
Good. Yeah, it may help to write when you place things. You need a duration. So
Yeah.
when you write that down.
Yeah. So we know that the retirement party was 3 hours and same day as Brawfankel. That's what it was. Why have I put Thursday there? Because that must have been that. So we know it was 3 hours, and we know that he had a gap on that day from 1 till 5. So therefore, thank you for the subscription, GM Rubix. Thank you very, very much. Very kind. So if he was out there for 3 hours, he would have been there from 2 till 5, and thus his lunch was 1 till 2 on that day. So an hour for lunch and then 3 hours for the party. That's what I think. That's what I think. So I am not finding the right button. There it is. So that would be Thursday 1 till 2, and then the retirement party Thursday 2 till 5. So we've got Thursday. We know that the Wednesday evening was, in fact, we know it was 7 until 9, I think. Is that 7 till 9? Yeah, 7 till 9. It was 2 hours, and it says running time 120 minutes on the ticket stub. So I'm just going to change that Wednesday 7 till 9. 7 till 97, that's also fine. So, cannon display, which we know lasts 2 hours. He had his teeth whitened, but on the back of that, it also then says room 208 meeting MW Hotel. So these have all got to be on Tuesday. These are all on the Tuesday because he's got no other time, assuming that he was at the lunch for an hour, which seems fine. We all know that was Tuesday. Yeah, I know, Vecna. It's you only need to see Tuesday now, so we're sort of okay. The cannons lasted 2 hours, and we need to fill 1 till 5. So there's another 2 hours that need to go. Okay, how do we find out more information?
So why do you say that the dentist appointment is on Tuesday?
I'd forgotten about Wednesday, as the chat is pointing out. Sorry.
Yeah,
so
there are other dates available. So.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I'd filled in that hole, but not that hole. That is my. I thought I filled in all the holes, and I haven't.
All right. I'll spot you this because we're gonna. So the cheesy dancing is very pointing out. How long does it take to get to the cannon place?
So it's Cowdenbeath Castle. So on here it says displays last 2 hours. Getting here. Yeah. We're located just outside Cowdenbeath, next to Loch, or if you're coming from Dundee, it allows 90 minutes. If you're coming from Edinburgh, it allows 60 minutes each way for travel. So therefore, an hour there, 2 hours there, and an hour back. That's 4 hours. So looking back at here, he can't have done that on the Wednesday. He's only got 3. So therefore, it must be all of Tuesday. It's taken up all of Tuesday. So we can now fit that in. So cannon display Tuesday 1 till 5. So this leaves the teeth whitening and the suspicious meeting as on the Wednesday. In some order.
Well, which order?
Well, given that he must have written that on the receipt of the teeth whitening, the teeth whitening must have happened first.
Correct. Because
you can't have written that on that receipt if you didn't have the receipt.
That is what Caroline points out, and you are correct.
That is really good, isn't it?
How long is the teeth whitening appointment?
Well, 2 hours. So therefore, that is Wednesday. What is that? 2 till 4, and then Wednesday 4 till 5. I'm very impressed that there is enough information to build out everything that he needs here. Build out an entire schedule. There we have it. So we now need to email the nosy doctor who wants to know about this person's social life before he gives out any information. What was his email address? What's his email address? Fishman, Dr. Fishman. I bet there's something fishy about Fishman. I'm going to put my finger on it now. Something fishy about Fishman.
I do like if he's having a meeting, then you're whitening your teeth for that meeting. Although that's Vecna, but that's a good one. But the thing is that if you've ever had teeth whitening is essentially peroxide. It's basically a bleaching. It hurts.
It is not good for teeth. It strips away a layer of enamel, surely. So, okay, the completed itinerary will be very useful. I've managed to access the data from Timothy's fitness app. Here you can see it, health data. Perhaps you can use it to work out at what point the incident occurred that led to his incapacitation. Once you know when that occurred, you can see where it occurred. Send me the location when you figure it out. Okay, let's take a look at his private sensitive health data. There is nothing GDPR incompliant about this. Okay.
It's relevant to whatever is going on.
So. Now, this is where actually I dismissed a piece of information and I shouldn't have done that. If I quickly bring up on here, the doc cam, here we go. His oxygen saturation level is, when he's in this state, is between 97 and 98, but his resting heart rate is low. It is between 50 and 55. So that is going to be an important thing to bear in mind here. So Monday, can I zoom in? Yes, I can. Monday, his resting heart rate is, that's his regular run, which we saw in the calendar. So that's why he's got that there. He's a thirsty bugger, drinking 1.7 litres, but his oxygen saturation is normally around 90% anyway, but his heart rate's a lot higher, basically. So we need to find out when it dips. It doesn't dip on the Tuesday. He didn't go for a run on the Tuesday. Is that what we would expect? He was travelling by train. That's fine. See, everything fits, which is another thing. See, he went for his run on the Wednesday. His heart rate is starting to get a bit lower, but he's probably just getting healthier. Again, heart rate's getting lower again. On the Thursday, he went for his run. Is it going to happen here? His heart rate just gets lower and lower throughout the whole thing. So let's have a look at the oxygen saturation, which in this state was between 97 and 98. So it's 99 and 96.5, 95. So is it going to be here? It's going to be here? Scottish, cold Scottish air, yeah. I mean, just his heart rate here is in the 60s. His heart rate here is in the 70s. There's a big jump there. Now this Wednesday, so on the Wednesday, just going to bring up his schedule again. So the Wednesday, it dips between 4 and 5. And that is when he has his meeting. He has this meeting in this hour here. So do we think it's going to be here? And he hardly ate or drank anything on Friday. Well, that's also very true, but given that he would have been asleep for most of it, one assumes. Yeah, Friday's not a lot happened on the Friday.
Well, he was found unconscious in a train station, so that kind of makes some sense.
It makes it harder to eat and drink. So, and he slept for 8 hours 43 minutes, so that's most of the rest of the day. 7 hours of sleep here. I'm just looking at his running. 5 kilometers, 6:18 pace, 7 hours of sleep. 10 kilometers, yeah, that's fine. No run there, that's fine. Fine pace and a fine sleep there. Okay, got to be looking at something. At 10 a.m, he was meant to be at the train station, and that is where he was collapsed. He collapsed at Waverley Station at 10 a.m. on the Friday. So I noticed they didn't send me his watch, can I just say? I'd quite liked a nice fitness smartwatch. Give me all of his belongings? Yeah, right. Oh well, anyway, probably tainted with something radioactive anyway, so it's probably a good thing. Right. His heart rate... Oh, hang on. There's a big spike here. Hang on. There's a big spike at 9 till 10. But, oh, hang on. Was he running again? Was he running? He went for a run at 9 on the Friday, yes. So that is his run. But his heart rate is a lot lower. His heart rate is a lot lower throughout all of it. So I don't think it happened then. Sorry. I tried to zoom out and I failed. His heart rate is continually getting slower. And the oxygen saturation is getting higher. Is that right? Because his oxygen saturation in hospital was between 97 and 98%. He's allergic to penicillin. That's a thing. So the Wednesday he's in the 70s and a low oxygen saturation. Anything below 95 is a worry. Is that right, Tebow Bear? Okay. So maybe he was on oxygen in the hospital, which would explain that. But, I mean, 70s and 80s and 90s here. I can't see what I'm meant to be looking at. 1:10 Thursday 9 a.m. That will probably be his run. I will check to see if he went for a run. So that's 1:10 on the Thursday. Did he go for a run on the Thursday? He did at 9 a.m. So that's fine. That's fine. Monday. That's his normal run. In Harrogate. He's in Harrogate. That's fine. And then his normal heart rate's in the 70s then. That's also absolutely fine. Steps, 11k, 1,000 kilometres, 77 active minutes, 11 floors. What did Dr. Fishman say again? This is his health data. If we can pinpoint when it happened, we will know where it happened. 8,000 steps, 7k, 745, 343. 16,000 steps. He was travelling half the day Tuesday though, so 13, fine. Lots of calories on the Thursday. Oh, can I have a hint, please?
Well, you've said a few times that his heart rate's in the 70s on Monday, in the high 70s
and
on
it slowly
Monday.
goes down over the
Not
days.
slowly. Not slowly.
Okay.
It's fairly is there a discontinuity?
There's a big drop off there between 94 and 74.
You're looking for a discontinuity. You're looking for a sudden change.
So he went for a run
heart
here.
Rate or you're looking for a sudden, an unexplained change.
There is a change here in the 80s, and then it goes down to 58 at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. That is probably suspicious, isn't it? His heart rate, his oxygen saturation spikes at that point in time. So we've got 70, 70, 70, 80, 80, boom, 58, 69. So it comes back, but it goes down quite a bit. So I'm reckoning, Tebow, yeah, I think it's that, and I think it's that meeting.
Other than the runs, it never reaches 70 again.
Right. So it's got to be that. So we know he was at this meeting in room 20 whatever at the RW Hotel, which I'm probably going to have to find the name of, but for now I'm going to try it. Except I've lost the piece of paper with it on. Here we go. Meeting in room 208. So it happened at 4 p.m. on Wednesday in room 208 at the MW Hotel. Ooh, whoops. And I'm going to hope that that is enough. Meredith, I'd love it. Good use of the word boink as well. Boink. It's what hotels are for. It is very much a family-friendly channel. The hotel, interesting, the only hotel in Edinburgh with the initials MW is Milford Worldwide. Here is a link to their website, milfordworldwide.com. We need to discover more about who booked the room. Let me know what you find out. So we go to milfordworldwide.com. I'll put a link in the chat. No, apparently not, no. Michelin star food. We employ the finest chefs at our hotels to bring our guests the best food.
This is a familiar website, if you remember.
Is this one of the previous ones? No, this looks new. This looks new.
This looks like a new design, but the name is familiar.
I don't remember Milford. I know that we went to a few of them.
We had the Holt Hotel, Steve Holt, and we were trying to identify which hotels, and there was a bunch of fake ones. There were 3 sets of hotels.
This is one of them, is it? Oh, lovely.
This is one of them. So,
well, you've got the website, may as well use it. At Milford Worldwide, we strive to give you significantly better time than you could ever have at your home. You will never want to return to your family unless you've brought your family with you, in which case none of you will ever want to return to your dog. Okay, world's most discerning customers. Okay. We occasionally have a room for those who aren't available for those who aren't connected. You can make a booking query using the form below. Okay. So we want UK and we want Aberdeen from... Now, we were given the date, weren't we? Mr. Lee collapsed at Waverley Station at 10 a.m. on Friday the 11th, which means that we need a month with Friday. I'm assuming it's January, but it's not. Oh, goodness. How do you know which... there is a chatbot. Do I just go to the chatbot instead? No, we've got to find the date, surely. So he collapsed at 10 a.m. on Friday the 11th. So we need a Friday the 11th, but I don't know. There's no Friday 11th there. Is there one in December? There is one in December. So this is going to be Wednesday the 9th then, to Wednesday the 9th, I assume. This feels a bit loose.
Why are you trying to book a hotel room in the past?
Because I was hoping it might come up with, oh, this is who was in the hotel room.
I don't think websites are allowed to give that information like that. You're going to have to be...
No, but that doesn't mean they won't. Okay, so let's go to the chatbot. A booking query. No. Oh, yes, in the past. That is what it is. The status is in the past. I think I left something in my room. I stayed in the UK. I stayed in Edinburgh last month. No, because we've already found out it's December, right? So therefore it's not in the last month.
I mean, if it was last month, yes. If you hadn't stayed in the last month, the body would be. This would be a weirder case. The idea is that the body's kind of fresh.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for describing it as the body's kind of fresh. Yes. What was your room number? It was room 208, and we stayed there on the 9th. Because it was 2 days before Friday the 11th, and we did this on the Wednesday, so it's the 9th. When did we do it? Gonna have to bring up my notes. My notes say we met between 4 and 5, so 4 till 5, okay. We found a grey suitcase under a chair. According to our records, the booking was made by Mobius Inc. Shall we send you the address we have on record for you? Oh, yes, please. Mobius. Well, there's going to be the thing with an M. There's going to be that card with an M, isn't it? Mobius. Okay. How are you going to send me the record?
They have the address on record because someone at Mobius booked the room, so they're going to send that suitcase back. So yeah, congratulations. You've matched a suitcase back to some owner at Mobius Inc. Well done.
I need to do a general query then. Are your beds really made out of gold? Yep, except for the sheets. Some guests like to bring their own pillows. How may I assist you? Okay, so we need to find out, what is it we need to do? I've already forgotten. We need to find out more information about who booked the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to look at this grey suitcase.
Well, you can't. It's not yours.
Yeah, booking query in the past. I'd like to rebook. They're made via our website. If you're unable to find the available dates, then bad luck. Anything. The room was booked by Mobius. Okay, yes, it was booked by Mobius. Oh,
Mobius Inc.
Oh, right. Let's just tell Dr. Fishman that. I'm overthinking it. The room was... I was expecting a person's name, and I went way too down into the rabbit hole.
They said it was... You may have missed it. It's a meeting room, and it was booked under a company.
Mobius Inc. I shall click send. Hopefully that will pop up with something useful.
Yeah, the chatbot said it was a meeting room. That's why it's booked by the hour. Most sleeping rooms are not booked by the hours, and do not correct me on this one.
I'm not going to say anything then, because there are establishments that do that. Mobius Inc. I wonder who they are. I've done a quick search and found their website, but there doesn't seem to be anything useful on there. Maybe you can find something. Have a look at it. Email me. You're very nosy, Dr. Fishman. Very nosy. How is this how you treat this patient? I mean, I guess we'll actually find out what he's been poisoned with, probably penicillin at the end of this. But if you want to go to the website, oh, exciting. It looks exciting. Go to mobiusinc.com. Yes, Vecna, I was thinking of Japan, actually. Right, well, those symbols at the top and bottom match the symbols on my card. Is this the card you were thinking of?
Is this your card?
Okay, I'm going to click on these 5 symbols in order because I can't think of anything else to do because it's just a website and doesn't do anything. So if I click, I'm going to click on these 5 symbols in order. So that is this one. Oh, it lit up. Ha ha ha. This one. This one. This one. This is making for great TV. And the one with the A's all in there. Unlock. Please unlock. Unlocked! So I did it in that order because they were the same way up as the symbols on the card that way. Okay, let's click on Edinburgh. Which isn't doing a lot. It's not doing anything. Okay. Okay, nothing appears to happen. Intriguing. Lewiston, Edinburgh, Hanover, Hirosaki, Canberra. Okay, fine. Oh, it's not a strict order. It's just having the right 5 selected pushes that. What about the arrow? Oh, I see. I hadn't seen the arrow. No, just reset. It just puts it back. Okay, so those 5 symbols unlock that. Is there something I haven't used? I think I've used everything that I've got to my disposal. Scroll in. Scrolling doesn't do anything.
What were you asked to do?
I forget. Have a look at it and email me what you discover. Okay. I have discovered an illegal ring of spies operating in 5 cities. I'm just going to type them: Edinburgh, Hanover, Lewiston. Was it Lewiston? I've already forgotten. Hirosaki and Canberra. Canberra spelt properly.
I presume they mean Lewiston, Maine.
I mean, it is in the right area there for for Maine, so that is something. Is that going to come up with anything? I've done some quick research based on those cities. Timothy is here in Edinburgh, but I've spoken to colleagues in the hospitals in each of the other cities, and they all have a patient just like him. Also, in an inexplicable coma. This just gets more and more peculiar. I think you've done all you can for the time being. Thank you so much for your help. I made the right decision in hiring you. I'm going to go away and do more investigating. If you want to continue helping me, I'll be in touch with you again. Kind regards, Dr. Fishman. Ooh. That is the end of part 1, I assume. If I can just get
That
a check
is the end of part 1.
That is the end of part 1. Okay.
Solved everything.
So it's all going to be about the Mobius ink. That's going to be what it's about this time, from the looks of things. Okay. How bizarre. I mean, why is a doctor going out of his way to not treat patients and to do investigating instead? How irresponsible.
Well, you have a patient in a coma, and he's out of ideas. That's why
I'm hoping the doctor has other patients. Just saying.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure, but they have the mobile phones exist, and he can reply.
This is true. This is true. So we're going to have a quick look through some of the websites, absolutely, because we've got plenty of time. Might even do a crossword in a minute. Let's have a look at... so this is the St. Bede's Edinburgh Hospital. St. Bede's are looking for volunteers. Cleaning, we employ over 140 cleaners across our hospital, but to enable us to attain the high sense of cleanliness, our volunteers help to keep parts of the hospital hygienic. For those of you unfamiliar with our hospital, it can be confusing when it comes to finding a way around. Volunteers help guide visitors around the site, ensuring they don't get lost. Washing bed linen, our volunteers help our laundry. And surgery, no. We perform a variety of surgeries at our hospital. However, the number of surgeries needed to be carried is sometimes higher than the number of surgeons we have available, so our volunteers step in to perform some of the simpler operations.
It's fine. Yeah. That's probably okay.
Acute medicine. The unit treats patients. Okay, no, that's fine. Nothing particularly striking me as. I don't want to say not funny, but it's not as expansive or as wittily written as some of the previous websites. The cardiology department deals with the diagnosis and treatment of diseases of the heart. We also oversee all cardiac surgery, including coronary artery bypass and valvular surgery. Our motto is, the best cure for a broken heart is cardiac surgery. There's lots of visiting patients and times and things like that. I reckon a future puzzle is going to be a time-based puzzle.
Have you gone to radiology yet?
Let's have a look at radiology. I think I have. The radiology department is responsible for all imaging and diagnostic services within the hospital. We offer minimally invasive image-guided treatment for a range of conditions. Our tests include, but are not limited to, X-ray, ultrasound, computed tomography, CT, magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, and shining a light at you that's so strong we can see your insides, SALAY, TSS, WCSYI. You cannot visit patients in the radiology department because we have no wards, no beds, and nowhere for you to leave cuddly toys. If you do try and visit a patient while they're in the radiology department, there is a good chance you will end up with radiation poisoning. I can't find a list of doctors.
So the things. So I don't know if you've gone through all the pages at the Canon site, the restaurant site, the hotel site, and the solicitor site. Those are the four I remember. Yeah.
I'm just going to click on. Let's meet some more of the team.
I did like the team.
You lot all had time to look at this. Marissa is a legal secretary at Middleton Crothers. In her spare time, she likes to go on walks with a country with a rabbit named Carrot with a K. Okay. Recently, her Carrot with a K won Best in Show at the local village fair. What was the favourite food? Lettuce.
I love Joey Dyer, by the way.
Joey Dyer studied at Harvard School of Law. He overcame his abrasive personality to earn a full scholarship at Harvard. He moved to the UK after being accused of breaking into Carnegie Hall in order to play the piano on their famous stage. Joey denies this accusation and claims he can't play the piano.
Okay. Someone in chat said that Joey is American. That's just how.
Abrasive personality. Oh dear. Yeah. I'm gonna email Joey. Oh,
just for fun.
Yeah, and ask if you can play the piano. So, to Joey Dyer, piano. Can you play the piano? let's see if we get a response. Hopefully we will. Shush. Fishman. Oh, hang on. I might be able to... He doesn't say in his initial letter which... It just says St. Bede's Hospital. It doesn't give me a department that he's in. At least not in that one.
Presumably, yeah, presumably it's neurology, though.
I'll get back to you when I can. Don't hold your breath. Stan, if what you want doesn't meet my incredible set of skills, then you can always talk to Evelyn. I don't know what her email address is. Look it up. And accordion. You could play the accordion, Catnip. I am impressed. Very impressed.
Yeah, the original paperwork said he's in neurology, right? The health chart.
The patient is in the neurology ward. Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, so there you go.
So yes,
and the website does say that neurology is good at treating comas. So,
thinking about it, that would make sense. That would make sense. Mailzilla doesn't have anything going on yet. So that doesn't mean there won't be in the future. Was there anything else on this? I mean, there's some positively disgusting food going on here. Iron Brew Loganberry Aperol Oat Crumb. Iron Brew Spritz Granita.
Actually, that sounds pretty okay.
Well, I'm not going to try it.
Hag's Cheddar, though. Intestini di sheep. That's Italian.
Intestini di sheepy. I mean, I'm blurry all the time, Annika, but I think it's just you. Macduff mackerel. Oh my goodness! So that was the Vietnamese one. Yeah. So this feels like a much shorter one than normal, especially as we did this in just over an hour or something like that.
I think it once. I think you got through you went through a lot quicker. Yeah.
Oh, good. Let's meet the birds in Cowdenbeath falconry display. There's Archie, a bald eagle, who is a regal bird with an insatiable appetite for chicks. He has a strange hatred for bagpipes and will attack anyone playing the instrument. Good bird. Unfortunately, we were unaware of this when the castle hosted the 2018 Highland Under-12s bagpipe competition. Barnaby the Barn Owl, Perry the Peregrine Falcon. These are good names, aren't they? Ozzy the Osprey, Germintrude the Goshawk, and Icarus. Icarus is a highly endangered bird of prey. In fact, we've never seen one quite like her. Despite her best efforts, she can't fly as high or as fast as our other birds, but nevertheless remains a firm favourite with our crowds. Oh, I've already fallen in love with Icarus.
It's a wonderful bird.
It's adorable, isn't it? Effrontery loves him as well. That's good. That's made my eyes water. That just came a bit at the left field. Wasn't expecting that.
See, this is one of the things I like about these streams is there is no reason why there is a separate page for birds of prey.
Oh dear, a furry
There's nothing
bird.
to do with the case.
It's wonderful.
It's
wonderful.
We just needed the canon times and the travel time. That's all we needed for the case.
Jousting tournaments. Wannabe jousters from all across the world head to Cowdenheath to prove that they have what it takes to poke another person on a horse with a big stick. All are welcome. If you wish to compete, please bring your own horse. It wouldn't be safe to put a child on a large horse and have them ride at full speed towards another child with holding a long pointy stick. This is why under-16s are not allowed to take part in our main tournaments. However, children are welcome to compete in our kids' jousting tournament, which just features small ponies and lances made of spaghetti. I'm broken. I'm done.
I actually want to see that. Like just ponies and spaghettis.
Would watch. I would absolutely watch this. Tournaments take place on Fridays. Dear. Dear, that's actually making me cry with laughter because I'm trying to hold it in. Dear. You have catnip. Dear.